Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace to the hopefully elect, Tabernacle of David, the Akim and Aquath, laboring in his truth and all diligence, righteousness, and sincerity, occupying in the prophecies until we are redeemed. It's the brother Azariah back with a lesson through the Spirit. And as you can see, the title of this lesson, a thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education. And this quote is from former U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt. And I read here, says, I quote, in an earlier devotion, Salakia, it says, to demonstrate that without a good knowledge of the Bible, you cannot be considered a well-read, well-rounded individual. Nobel Prize winner in physics, Robert Millikan, echoed the same sentiment when he quote, I consider an intimate knowledge of the Bible an indispensable quality of a well-educated man. Both of these men, like many others down through the centuries, realized that the Bible, listen here, that the Bible is an essential guide to true wisdom, morality, and hope for a world that is in desperate search of all three of these virtues. So you see, now Theodore Roosevelt, he was a wise Edomite because he understood, because he was multifaceted in many things. But above all of that, he said that a thorough knowledge of the Bible is above everything. You need a good foundation in the Bible to be what? A person of good morals, to gain true wisdom, all right? And to be well-read and well-rounded. You see, he understood this, all right? And we are living proof of that. The men of the Lord are living proof of having a thorough knowledge of the scriptures leads to you becoming a high vibration individual, all right, that's plugged in, tapped into the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. Because, now we're just men, we're just men. We're just vessels being used by the Lord to relay his message. But at the same time, the way that we move, the way that we think, the way that we view the world is all through the lens of the Spirit. Of course, through the guide of the scriptures, man. You see? So he was spot on when he, made that statement, and that's a very accurate observation. And a college education is what? A certification of this world that says you are able to perform this skill or you're able to complete this task from a university, right? But guess what? Those skills that you learn at a university is only good for this world. Because when judgment comes, or when you're presented with certain situations, you must be able to go back to the scriptures and navigate through that. Because really, this world cannot give you all the answers to the problems that you're going to face in life. This world is not going to give you morality. You see, this world is not going to teach you how to be a man. This world is not going to teach you how to be a woman. And if there are people in this world that can teach you how to be a man or a woman or to be a well-rounded individual, then guess what? They really learned that from the scriptures. Point blank, period. Because when you look at a person, what they base their morals off of, right? Why is it wrong to steal? Why is it wrong to, deal with animals? Why is it wrong to deal with the same sex? These things people know, right? But where do these things come from? It all comes from the Bible. So having, being well-versed in the scriptures turns you into a high vibration, spiritual warrior, man. All right? Because our worldview is not of this world. It's, all through the lens of the Holy Scriptures. That's how we're able to navigate and also to have comfort in these times. This is 1 John 4:4. It says, "Ye are God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. And who is in us that is greater than he that is in the world?" And that's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Because by receiving the Holy Spirit, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has supped with us. He has led us into his inner chamber, if you will, and he has revealed his secrets unto us, so much so that we are able now to open up the words of prophecy, to open up the Bible and give the proper understanding, contrary to the wisdom and knowledge of this world, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, these new age philosophies that are out here. None of these things measure up and make sense when it comes to the Holy Scriptures, man. All right. So truly, the power that works within us is greater than any power that works within the people of this world. And really, the power that works within the people of this world is Satan. All right. They're completely given over unto the spiritual being Satan. And you can tell by the way that these people move, the way that they think, the things that they spew from their mouths. Okay, it is unclean. It is not set apart. And that directly comes from not having a thorough knowledge of the Bible, not being well versed in the scriptures, and furthermore, not having the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai dwell within them so that they can walk in a righteous way, right? Verse 5, "They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them." Verse 6, "We are of Yahweh, he that knoweth Yahweh heareth us. He that is not of Yahweh heareth not us. Hereby know we the truth of the spirit of truth and the spirit of error." Okay, so through the spirit, we know what the spirit of truth is, and we know what the spirit of error is, right? That's why before you even came into the truth, you may have watched different camps. You may have watched IUIC, ISUPK, right? GOCC, right? But your spirit told you that something was off about these camps, or that their doctrine was missing something. Then you came across Great Millstone, and you heard the elders and apostles. You heard the elders and apostles bring out the word, and your spirit gravitated towards that. Why? Because these men have the truth. The spirit is dealing with these men. All right. That's why it says, "Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error." By what? "He that dwelleth in us," which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The Holy Spirit is going to guide you into all truth. You see? So when you consider a college education or skills that are performed in this world, it's not that these things are not useful, but at the end of the day, it's only going to take you so far in this world. All right? You have to have Yahweh Bashem Yahushai supping with you. You have to have the spirit dealing with you in order to navigate through this world, especially the times that we're in today. You need the spirit now more than ever. You need the Lord to be dealing with you now more than ever, because things are becoming increasingly chaotic. And imagine how bad off that the people of this world are going to be that don't have the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They're going to be in an especially bad case, right? But when it comes to us that have this wisdom and knowledge, right? Isaiah 33:6, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." You see that? So wisdom and knowledge, the wisdom and knowledge of what? These laws, statutes, and commandments, right? Salakia, these laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay, the testimony of prophecy that is written within the scriptures, man. Okay, knowing the history of our people, knowing who we are. All right, this wisdom and knowledge that we possess, that was given to us from on high, This is our stability in these times. So in an increasingly chaotic world, we're able to be comforted. We're able to have stability, man. We're not out here losing our minds. We're not out here stressing about how we going to keep a house and how we going to keep a car. No, we seek Yahweh Bashim Yahushua first, and the Lord is taking care of us. You see, that's all that we really need to worry about, keeping the faith, preaching this word, doing what we're supposed to be doing, and the Lord is going to take care of us. Whereas the people of this world, they not inclined towards the Lord, man. So they really stressing about how they going to take care of what they need to take care of. When if they would just serve Yahweh Bashim Shai and just give everything unto the Lord, they would be in a much better case. You see, but not knowing the Lord, not seeking him, that really avoids comfort from your life. You see, that's why it's so crucial now, especially in this time, for the Lord to be dealing with you, man, because you're going to be gold compared to dirt. All right. The dirt is the multitudes of the people in this world that have no wisdom and knowledge and understanding. They're walking around as beasts. The gold are the true believers. The men of Yahweh Bashim Shai and the few sincere sisters that believe as well. We are leaps and bounds above these people, man. And it shows in the way that we walk, in the way that we move, the words that we speak. It's much more what's the word? It's much more I'll just say it's much better. Our situation is much better than what the people of this world have. You see? Because they don't understand what's coming. They're out here and really thinking that this world is going to continue on forever, where if they had a thorough knowledge of the scriptures, they would know that the fashion of this world is passing away and that their main priority should be seeking the Lord, because we're going to need salvation. Nothing carnal in this world is going to afford you comfort and salvation. You see? So truly, indeed, you need to be thankful to Yahweh Bashim Shai for waking you up when he did. Because if not, you would have been out here in the world doing all kind of wickedness, just bugged out, confused, scared, anxious, which that ain't what you want, man. You want to be comfortable in the Lord, and you want the Lord to give you comfort through the Spirit. This is 1 Corinthians 3. 1 Corinthians 3 and verse 18. It says, "Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in his world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise." Verse 19. "For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness." Now, you got people out here, especially Jake. Jake can tell you about the newest album that the rapper just dropped. They can tell you how many points that Jason Tatum scored last night. They can tell you how many hits, how many jabs that Ryan Garcia landed on Devin Haney. But when you ask them questions about wisdom from the scriptures, they have no idea. That's like a foreign concept to them. You see? But that's the wisdom and knowledge of this world, which really is all folly. It's not going to take you nowhere. It's not benefiting you in any way. Understand? That's why it says the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. Even when it come down to the scientists, and all this pseudoscience that's out here. What? That's the wisdom of this world. That's not coming from Yahweh Bashim Shai, because really a lot of the wisdom that's in this world produces confusion. A lot of the wisdom in this world produces doubt and fear. All right? You can just look at the source agenda, and y'all should know what I mean by the source agenda, and just look at that. They told you to what? Trust the science. All right? Which science just means to know, but the science that they was pushing was fraudulent information. It wasn't the truth. And look how many people are perishing behind that. You see? All these things are foolishness with Yahweh Bashim Shah. But hey, guess what? When it came to the source agenda, if you would have had a thorough knowledge and understanding of the scriptures, because the scriptures say what? To never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. All right. So you would have known not to trust the devil. You would have known not to accept anything from the devil, man, because ultimately his main objective is to destroy you. So you would have known better. So you see the contrast, the true believers of Yahweh Bashim Shah compared to the people of this world. We good while everybody else is suffering. So how much more as we get deeper into latter days prophecy, how much more profound is the difference going to be between the true believers and the people of this world? It's going to be like night and day. You see? Because the Lord is dealing with us on that level to where we know how to move. You see? We know not to trust certain things. We know not to take heed to false information. And ultimately, the Spirit guides us into that understanding, guides us into that truth. This is why it's so imperative, as Teddy Roosevelt said, I'll go back to it, to demonstrate that without a good knowledge of the Bible, you cannot be considered a well-read, well-rounded individual, right? A college education is nothing compared to the Bible. A thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education. You see? So, once again, we're living proof of that, all right? Because look, even when you look at how you were before you came into this truth and you was in the world, you was walking around in gross darkness. You see, you was living like a beast. Coming into this truth has made you into a man. Coming into this truth has made you into a woman. All right, now you have order to your life, right? Now you're not so easily deceived and naive and gullible, man, because the Spirit guides us into all truth. And that comes from seeking the Lord. You know, that comes from putting off the old man, putting off the old woman. You know, becoming a new creature in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You see? And then, you know, on the contrast as well, you know, our wisdom, the wisdom and knowledge that we hold is despised by this world, man. Because the world cannot accept the things of the Spirit because they're not spiritually inclined. The scriptures actually say that. You know, this is why when the men of the Lord speak, even though we speak the truth and there is no guile found in our mouth, the people of this world will buck up against it. You know, they'll fight tooth and nail to tear down the truth, even though they know that it's true, even though they can observe and see that it's true. They hate it, man, because really they despise the Lord. All right. And they despise his prophets. You know, the people have always despised the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Rashad because we come in with a bad message concerning this world. You know, if we was to come out here and tell people that your best days are ahead of you, that America is going to bounce back, guess what? People would love us. You know, look at the Christian church, you know, because the Christian church is worldly and people love Christianity. Well, not so much anymore now because the truth is coming out by the true prophets. But in times past, Christianity had a strong delusion over the people, man. But why? Because it's of the world, you see. And the majority of the people in this world, their minds are inclined towards this world. So they're going to, you know, move towards what they know. But when it comes to the truth, you know, what the men of the Lord are proclaiming day in and day out, they're going to buck up against it every time. They despise it. Ecclesiastes 9 and 13, it says, "This wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me." Verse 14, "There was a little city and few men within it, and there came a great king against it and besieged it and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered that same poor man." This is the point here in 16. "Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. You see, so the scriptures say that the poor man's wisdom is despised. Now, if we was to have a PhD, or we was to go out on the highways and byways and dress in a suit and tie, you know, and tell people things that sound good to them that are of this world, we would be loved, right? But we come as humble servants of Yahweh Bashmel Shai. You know, we come humble, man. Brothers don't have, PhDs. Well, some brothers do have PhDs. I'm not saying that if you have a PhD that you're wicked, but I'm just saying a PhD is a credential of this world that people respect. So if you have a PhD to your name, people will off the bat give you more respect than a man that's, preaching the Bible on a street corner. That's just what it is, okay? Because this world doesn't look at us as scholars, even though we are. You have brothers in this thing, man, that are more scholarly, more well studied, more well versed than a lot of people that do have PhDs, right? Because we know the real truth of what's going on. Majority of these people that have PhDs and things of that nature, they were taught lies. They were taught the curriculum of this world, okay, which is mostly based upon falsehood. You see? But nonetheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, man. But it's all good, because even though the poor man's wisdom is despised, when calamity comes upon the earth, when the day of destruction comes, the same people that scoffed, the same people that despised the poor man, they're going to be looking for that poor man, Then they're going to consider, damn, the poor man, he had the truth the whole time. But in that day, they're going to seek and they're not going to find, because they rejected the Lord's servants during the grace period, man. So their own judgment is going to be upon them. All right. And what? It all comes from rejecting the word. It all comes from really rejecting Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because we're not coming with our own doctrine. We're coming with the doctrine that our Father sent us with. The same as Yahweh Shai. We ain't saying nothing different. We speak the pure, unadulterated truth through the Spirit. But because it's not a world-friendly doctrine, people shy away from it. People disregard it. You see, but the time is coming where, hey, the truth is going to be worth more than gold, more than anything that you can tangibly touch or put your hands on in this world, man. Because again, the fashion of this world is passing away. Your money about to be gone. Food about to be gone. You see, the mirth of the land is drying up. So when all of this worldly comforts are gone, what are you going to have to stand on to have peace and stability and comfort within your spirit? Well, it's going to be a thorough knowledge of the Bible. Okay, having a relationship with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's what's going to keep you grounded. That's what's going to keep you stable. And that's what's going to keep you in the game. You see, anything other than that, it's really a waste of time. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and end this lesson here. Hopefully this was edifying and encouraging through the Rakah Kadash. And until next time, Lord willing, Shalom.